Hello, and welcome to Enriching World. Here, we explore fascinating stories about economy, finance, and world curiosities that have shaped history. Get ready to dive into a universe full of knowledge and fresh perspectives. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with all our content. Let's embark on this enriching journey together. The Panic of 1907. The event that transformed the American economy. At the dawn of the 20th century, the United States was experiencing an era of prosperity and innovation. The economy was expanding, cities were growing rapidly, and new industries were emerging at an unprecedented pace. Behind this optimistic facade, however, lay a fragile financial system lacking the protection of a central bank or effective regulations. In 1907, this vulnerability would culminate in one of the most dramatic moments in American economic history, the Panic of 1907. At the turn of the century, the U.S. financial system was dominated by private banks and trusts operating with minimal oversight. The absence of a central authority to ensure stability created an environment rife with risk. Local banks depended on major institutions in New York for access to capital, making the system interconnected and highly susceptible to shocks. This unstable environment was further exacerbated by the greed of speculators who exploited market loopholes in search of quick profits. However, the apparent prosperity concealed a critical problem. A collapse in even one part of the system could destabilize the entire economy. In October 1907, a group of speculators attempted to corner the copper market, betting on a significant rise in the metal's price. The plan, led by influential figures, failed spectacularly. The ensuing collapse in prices resulted in massive losses for those involved, placing several financial firms in jeopardy. Among them, the Knickerbocker Trust Company, one of New York's largest financial institutions, suffered a devastating blow. Its failure triggered an unprecedented crisis of confidence. Panicked clients began withdrawing their deposits, sparking a bank run that quickly spread to other institutions. With the collapse of major institutions and the erosion of public confidence, the banking system spiraled into chaos. Thousands of people rushed to withdraw their deposits, fearing that their money would vanish. Within days, the crisis reached national proportions, dragging businesses, investors, and ordinary citizens into turmoil. The bank run exposed the structural weaknesses of the financial system. Banks that once seemed solid struggled to honor withdrawals, and the absence of a regulatory entity only worsened the situation. Each new failure fueled fear, amplifying the intensity of the panic. Amid the chaos, one man emerged as the central figure in controlling the crisis. J.P. Morgan, one of the most powerful bankers of his time. Morgan understood that the complete collapse of the financial system would be catastrophic for the U.S. economy. Calling together prominent bankers and business leaders for meetings in his New York library, Morgan spearheaded a series of intense negotiations. He persuaded participants to contribute their own funds to stabilize the most vulnerable banks. His efforts secured emergency loans for struggling institutions, preventing a total meltdown. Although Morgan's actions restored some confidence, it became clear that the country could not rely on improvised solutions led by private individuals. The crisis underscored the urgent need for comprehensive reforms in the financial system. The Panic of 1907 served as a stark warning about the dangers of an unregulated banking system. It demonstrated how interconnected financial institutions, combined with a lack of oversight, could bring a thriving economy to the brink of disaster. The crisis also highlighted the importance of a centralized mechanism to handle financial emergencies. While Morgan played a crucial role in containing the panic, his ad hoc solution was not sustainable in the long term. 6 years after the Panic of 1907, in 1913, the U.S. Congress established the Federal Reserve, the nation's central bank. This new institution was designed to ensure the stability of the financial system, regulate banks, and act as a lender of last resort during crises. The creation of the Federal Reserve marked a turning point in U.S. economic history. It provided the financial system with a more solid foundation, enabling the country to face future crises with greater resilience. The legacy of the Panic of 1907, therefore, was the construction of a stronger, more prepared system capable of addressing the challenges of a globalized economy. The story of the Panic of 1907 is not just about numbers and finances. It is a lesson about human nature, marked by greed, fear, and resilience. It illustrates how decisions made during moments of crisis can shape the future of a nation. Moreover, the event underscores the importance of trust in the financial system. The collapse of the Knickerbocker Trust demonstrated how a lack of transparency and regulation can quickly erode public confidence. It was a harsh but vital lesson that continues to resonate in modern financial markets. 1907 was a moment of chaos, but also of transformation. It exposed the weaknesses of a decentralized banking system and paved the way for the creation of the Federal Reserve, an institution that redefined the American economy. More than just an isolated event, the Panic of 1907 is a reminder of the delicate balance that sustains financial markets and the necessity of effective oversight. It teaches us that trust is the foundation of the economy and that unchecked greed can lead to disaster. This story is not only about the past, but also a warning for the present and future. As we reflect on the Panic of 1907, we are encouraged to build fairer, more transparent, and more resilient systems capable of withstanding the pressures of an ever-changing world. Did you like the story? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more financial curiosities.